The Supreme Court has made the landmark decision to rule in favor of Lori Smith in the 303 Creative case. They ruled that she can't be compelled to affirm values that conflict with her deeply held religious beliefs about marriage. This is a huge First Amendment victory as it affirms our freedom of religion. But it's pretty crazy how it's even gotten to this point. You had other big cases like with the cake artist Jack Phillips and the florist Baronel Stutzman. These, combined with the Obergefell case in 2015, really kicked Christians to the curb in this country. Throughout 2018 and 2019, 65% of Americans identified themselves as Christians, which is down from 77% just a decade before. Only 20% of Americans attend church on a weekly basis as of last year, 2022. Meanwhile, the population of people who identify with the LGBT community has doubled from 3.5% to 7.1% from 2012 to 2021. Our culture has been blasted with leftist anti-Christian ideals, not just from many of our politicians, but from our entertainment and institutions. Christians still hold the majority demographic of this country. Things shouldn't have slipped this much in such a relatively short amount of time. But here's the reason why they have. They're soft, man. We're soft. Christians try to placate to the world by having this image of being overly kind and appeasable. How many times have you heard from some bad faith actor, "Oh, that's not very Christian of you," or "Aren't Christians supposed to be loving?" Of course, coming from non-Christians who have most definitely said or done worse. So, why do Christians try to assuage these people? 1 Corinthians 13:6 states that love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Titus 2:11-12 states, "For the grace of God has appeared that offers salvation to all people. It teaches us to say no to ungodliness and worldly passions, and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives in this present age." Christians are called to love their neighbors, but part of being a loving neighbor is calling out and rebuking ungodly behavior. If you're falling away from God in order to make appeasements to your unbelieving neighbor, you're screwing up. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And if he can come and destroy the foundations of what Christ built, erode them into some wishy-washy motivational speeches, that's good enough for him. Because it's harmless. It's harmless. Jesus said that the world would hate his followers because they hated him first. Lori Smith stood for her First Amendment rights and for Christ. More Christians need to step up and do the same. Stop making inroads for the opposition. Anyway, that's all I got, so see ya.